It's been a while. Welcome back to All Over the Place with Layne Fable, and I mean it this time. Welcome to season 4. I am done doing spotty episodes because we're going to get into it this episode, but a lot has happened in the past month. I don't know where to start with it, but I am making a promise to you guys that I will have weekly episodes again. Even if they're solo episodes, they're live, there will be an episode every Monday from here on out. This is going to become an audio-only podcast because I was cannibalizing all of the downloads because I used to put it on my channel. So if you guys still want to watch my vlogs, I'm still throwing those up on my channel, but this is only going to be an audio-only podcast, as it should have been from the start. If you want to see our lovely faces, you can go watch our... just follow us on Instagram.
Let's just leave it at that.
Today, we have one of my favorite internet best friends that is in New York City again, and I stole him for an hour so we could come film this, Evan Santiago.
Hey. Wait, I'm like kind of blushing.
So normally, because I'm out of practice, this is going to be, you guys already know I'm a mess, but I'm making sure Evan and his fans that listen to this know.
Bye.
Normally I'd have a cute little intro and I'd be like, he is working on Mad Realities. He is a producer, a blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I would have like a cute little bio. And we're so hungover from last night. There's just no hope. We had a great night last night, but
so good.
I'm just impressed we're here, honestly.
I'm impressed at the fact that I was even able to walk. My feet hurt so bad.
We had a lot going against us, but we're here and we're recording on a Sunday. Thank you for being here, first of all.
Thank you for having me.
You have your own podcast?
I used to. It was more of like a live radio situation. It was a station called WINR Eagle Air. Had a little show there called Trash Talk. I know, isn't that kind of cute?
Like, I wish I thought of that.
Yeah, it was kind of like a pop culture commentary show. We would all cover our own little segments and current events. I was with them for like 2 years, and then I resigned due to some bestie breakups.
Oh, we're getting right into it. I mean, okay, so I'm a little rusty, but let's talk about how we met. Internet best friends.
Internet best friends. It's the way of the 21st century. I mean, it's the best way to make friends nowadays.
It really is.
I feel like you can either score big time with an internet best friend, or you meet a psycho and things don't turn out too well. But I think we got lucky.
I think we got lucky. This is the second time you're in New York and we're hanging out. And I've called Evan for many of the things that have blown up in the past month or couple months. And you know more than like some people I know from home.
Don't make me cry.
No, but seriously, and like it's funny because we met on Clubhouse.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Clubhouse.
What is that? Like I don't even. That was a fever dream.
The way the app was popular for like 4 months and then completely died.
It was the perfect storm for quarantine. Like. It was great.
Who cares? We became friends.
But what I mean is like it was an audio app. So like we would hear each other's voices and like there's something to be said. It was basically like we were on a phone call, like a group phone call for hours. Yeah. So it was just really nice. And for some reason it was like in my head was like, we were just talking about this off
microphone? Like what do you say? Off camera?
No, off record, but like not that. Whatever. Jesus, I'm so out of it. We were just talking about this before we started recording, and there's something about when there's that geography like separation and you're like, I probably will never meet you. Like in my head, I was like, I can talk to them about anything because I'm probably never going to meet them. They don't know people in my life. They don't know my family. I mean, granted, some of them found my YouTube channel, but like they don't know me. So like I can be super candid and very open, and it's not like, but that's how it facilitated such a good friendship, I feel like, because it's like we were just ourselves.
There's got to be a science to that.
For sure.
About like what we're talking about being geographically unavailable. And like sometimes it is easier to talk to a stranger about like really deep stuff in your life because they have like no bias whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, and it's also I'm just gonna throw a little tidbit of, I was talking to someone that lives on the other side of the country, and I was like, I'm literally never gonna see you, so I don't care if I like double text you. Like I'm also that kind of person. Like I don't care. Like you're either gonna like me or not, and we'll figure it out fast and then we'll run with that. But yeah, there was part of it. I was like, I don't care because I'm probably never gonna see you. So we can just say whatever.
Look at us now. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? And now I'm like, okay, you're coming back next month. I'm
literally
gonna
gonna be back in a few weeks.
So excited. Speaking of that, so now that that's in the past, but I know you're working on a current project that is like slight remnants, you know, it has like pieces of what used to be on Clubhouse. Will you tell us about Mad Reality?
Sure. So I guess the origin of Mad Reality starts with NYU Girls Roasting Tech Guys, which is a pretty popular show on Clubhouse. They were written about in a whole bunch of
it was like wildfire.
Publications. Publicity wildfire. Like,
yeah.
I wish I had that kind of publicity. Like, it was insane.
I was stunned. I was like, wait, how do I?
The woman was too stunned to speak. Yeah, they were like written about in Vogue and like The Cut. And so their whole deal was like a shoot your shot situation where it was like dating vibes and people could go into these Clubhouse rooms and shoot their shot at someone they found attractive and ask them out for a virtual drink. This is so Black Mirror.
It's so funny though, because I mean, I was in a relationship at the time, but it was so fun to watch. Like, I didn't partake. It was so entertaining. Like, even for someone who wasn't looking to be in it, I would find myself wanting to tune in. So that just shows like the power it had at that time. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. It was great while it lasted. As we all know.
Yeah.
Our dearly departed Clubhouse is no longer with us. So that kind of fizzled out. But while it was going strong, in the NYU girls community, there was like a back channel chat.
Yes.
Which is kind of like where we met a little bit, where I just found it lots of fun to like talk to people on that platform and kind of grew a little bit of a community for them. And we all branched off into our own little community on Clubhouse, where we would host our own rooms.
Hotel lobby.
Yeah, and so when one of the founders of NYU Girls saw that, was kind of impressed by it, she approached me on a new project. Her name is Devin, and you're familiar with Devin. She's a genius.
She's a sweetheart too. I mean, there's something to be said. You can be a genius, but when you're the full package,
she's great. She's great. She contacted me about the new project, Mad Realities. Pitched it to me, and in that pitch meeting, I knew like 30 seconds in I wanted to be a part of it, because she was just so passionate about it. And that's the number one thing I look for when someone's pitching something to me, is like, if you believe in it and you believe in it hard, it's going to be successful. So of course I'm going to be on board. So yeah, she pitched it to me. Basically what it is a reality TV dating show that is powered by crypto. I know that's crazy. Okay, you're like nodding your head.
I'm just like, yeah, this talk about meta. We're really Black Mirror. We're just
because we were so this is so funny because the Hotel Lobby, which is the name of our like little group on Clubhouse.
Thank you for saying our. It was yours. I just tagged along.
Oh my God, Layne. Some people are gonna find that controversial. You can't say that on the airwaves.
Oh wait, really?
No. I don't care.
Are you kidding?
Fuck
We're
that.
we're the most controversial too.
We were so against crypto. We were so against NFTs, and like we hated when guys would come into our rooms and talk about Web3 and shit. And now I
actually was intrigued by it.
You were?
Yeah, because listen, it's like it's gonna have some weight, whether it fully takes off or not. Like, people are throwing their money into it.
I see that now.
No, but you really were like, get out of here if you're talking about crypto.
I think that was like, I was trying to make that into a personality trait, and it just didn't work. It was kind of annoying.
I have to say, my favorite thing is I didn't know how to read you, obviously, before I met you. And as much as we did talk online, because we're talking about like internet best friends, I was like, I can't tell if this man hates me or loves me.
Everyone always says that about me, and I'm glad that they do. I want you to be mystified. Stay curious.
Meanwhile, in rooms, you would definitely, you would be a strong voice, and depending on your, mood that day,
which there are many,
it was like you didn't know what you were getting, and that's what honestly kept everyone coming, because they're like, let's see how this is gonna go tonight.
That's so funny.
Love it.
Let's see what personality Evan's gonna have tonight.
In the best way,
Yeah. So powered by crypto.
There you go. Thank you for keeping me on track. It is called All Over the Place because
love it. And those are the best shows when they're all over the place.
Powered by crypto.
Powered by crypto, Web3 based, and It takes having an interactive show to a whole new level, because people who purchase tickets to the show, which essentially are NFTs, you get these tokens, these Zero tokens that you can use for voting power throughout the show. You get access to like exclusive content. That sounded like X-rated.
OnlyFans? Yeah, right. Exclusive content of the dating. So it's already launched.
Yeah, it's launched, and it's been insane how much attention we've been able to garner.
Yeah.
And most of that is because it's the first time something like this is really being done.
So how do you get onto Mad Realities? Like, how do you become,
That's a good question. Keep asking questions. Stay curious. So here's the thing, Layne. Remember how I said I hated NFTs and crypto? I'm learning and I'm growing.
Yeah.
My job on the team is community engagement. So basically to keep everyone hype, banter in the Discord channels, and like kind of like a little bit of onboarding too. Whenever anyone has any like general questions, I'll answer them. But all of like the crypto stuff and NFT stuff, I'm like,
you're like,
you might want to ask Devin about that. But yeah, so it's in order to actually watch the show, which will be launching as of right now in February of next year, you would need to purchase the NFT, which all of that is available on madrealities.xyz. But yeah, you'd purchase an NFT, get your little tokens, join the Discord channel, which it's amazing. The Discord channel is honestly the most amazing thing I've ever seen, because what's great about a DAO, or a decentralized autonomous organization, is that it is completely run by the community. There's no central head authority figure. And so everyone is collaborating on this thing. Engineers, artists, writers are all pitching in and like giving all of their skills. And these are our NFT backers. So like people who have already invested in this project. And everyone, it's just like literally like sitting around a large like meeting table. And we have these meetings where we just like brainstorm and build this really cool thing together. So yeah, to answer your question, buy one of the NFTs.
There you go.
And you'll have lifetime access to the Mad Realities universe. But yeah, first show, the dating show Proof of Love, is going to be premiering in February.
Ooh. In my head, I thought that was so far off, but that's in a couple months.
Yeah. We've got a lot to do. They're going to be filming it here in New York City.
Will you be back
for
the filming? Like, will you be here?
Wait,
you better be
I?
here.
Should I?
Do you need someone to come and like help? Because I'll
Wait, do you want to be on the show?
I'm thinking about it. I like, as you were talking, I was like, wait, I guess I'm,
it could be fun.
Fairly newly single and don't know what I'm doing.
We like briefly mentioned in one of our brainstorms that it would be fun to have people who know nothing about NFTs or crypto to like be one of the contestants on the show.
I could be your dumb blonde. Was that offensive?
Layne, it's 2021. You can't say that anymore.
No, but like, I mean, I don't, come on. I have a few, I've like bought some crypto, but like, is that even the right term? I don't know. I could be that girl. I am that girl. Shut up. It's not that.
That
I
would
could
be. So
I
cute.
am that girl.
Come on. Like,
I'm like, can you teach me?
Crypto boys would think that was so cute.
Oh, see, like, I don't like that though. Oh God, I don't know how to be single, so
we're learning and we're growing.
We're learning and we're growing. Can we just start our own podcast together? I have this problem. I have this problem.
You just went into 3 topics in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, ADD. I have this problem where, because you said learning and growing, and I was like, these all are just clippable moments, and you are just spot on. I mean, listen, it is your job. The community organizer, communications, like that is you.
Yeah.
And I have tried to start a podcast with now 2 of my friends. One was, she just went to grad school, so she got too busy. And then the second was a bestie breakup. And I was like, yeah, no. And then the third, he lives in LA. So that was probably not realistic.
Again, geographically unavailable. What is it with us?
We love it. We thrive off of it. But yeah, sorry. I'm probably going to have to cut that out. I'm going to leave that as a blooper. Because I don't know. I am in love with podcasting, but my thing is like, I want someone I can bounce off like this, but is consistent, because every time I have a new guest on, it's fun, but like your sayings, like, come on, we're learning and we're growing. Like, I'm just gonna bring that out later. All right, I'm gonna have to fucking cut this.
No, that's like a good saying for like when you fuck up or like you trip walking out of Rudy's, your hot dog falls on the sidewalk and catches a piece of gum, and you're like, listen, I'm learning and I'm growing.
All right, well, that's a perfect segue. Listen, I will talk. Is there anything else you want to leave us with Mad Realities?
Oh, I mean, come on. Mad Realities at XYZ. Back us on Mirror. We initially had a goal of 150 ETH, which is like Ethereum, crypto stuff.
I know what Ethereum is. Come on, like I don't know a lot, but I was on Clubhouse for a good amount of time.
So far, we've reached 75.37 ETH, which is $308,000.
God damn.
Isn't that insane?
That's
like,
amazing.
People believe in this hardcore. Like, think it's going to be successful. And that's why it's going to be successful, because people believe in it. Just like I believed in it because Devin believed in it. So it's going to be great. I can't wait to get the ball rolling on production. Mad Realities at XYZ.
I cannot wait. But you mentioned Rudy's, and I want to dive into a little bit of like, just give us a recap of last night. I like the way you recap happenings. Last night. I lost my voice a little because we were at
me
karaoke.
Too. Like, my throat's a little tired, and not in the way it usually is. We're gonna keep this peachy.
No, we're not. My podcast is in one place.
Listen,
no,
I'm letting you know right now.
I
come from a crazy Puerto Rican household. My mom will find this somehow.
I'm gonna send it to her, Evan. I think I need to become best friends with your mom.
My mom would love you.
I need to come visit.
She's gonna cook for you.
Done.
I actually might not bring you to my parents' house because my household is so crazy. I mean, come on.
I'm an Italian.
You know.
We use different spices. It's the same.
Yeah.
We got the same crazy in our blood.
What were we even talking about? Last night. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. This is why you love.
You're rubbing off on me.
I know. I'm bad. It's bad.
Last night. Okay. I'm trying to remember, and I honestly can't remember anything.
And like,
how did we start? Where did we meet?
You guys were playing pool on the Upper East Side.
Yes, we were in the Upper East Side at an Irish pub at Carly's.
But let me just level set with you guys. It was Santacon this weekend in New York City, and Evan, I had put on my close friends on Instagram, so some of you might have seen it. Evan has a.
Should I do a dramatic reading of
Yes, he's going to read it to you because I can't explain it any better than you just hearing what he put into words. And this is why I love Evan so much, because not only are you fiery, but you have the most creative mind for how you roast people on social media in a playful yet respectful way.
There are a few things that I'm passionate about. And hating Santacon is one of them. So this is a dramatic reading of Evan J. Santiago, close friend story, Instagram.com. If you participate in Santacon, I just want to say a big fat fuck you. And I mean that with all of my heart. You people are the most diabolical, evil, annoying, irritating, immature little shits on planet Earth. You ruin people's weekends. You ruin Christmas. You ruin lives. Do you seriously have nothing better to do on a Saturday in December than get dressed up like a fat Santa and trot around the city like you own the place? Seriously? Let me tell you something. You own nothing. You are a disgrace. You are a pest. You are a menace to society, and not in a sexy way. Okay? I hate you, and your parents hate you, and I hope you're okay with that. I hope the $300 tabs and the sweaty fat fucking Santa suits are worth you getting a few pics with the bros for you to post on Instagram so everyone knows you're fun. Guess what? You're not fun. You're boring, and you are the human equivalent of a boiled fucking egg. Classless, tasteless fucking roaches. Go choke on some beer cheese. And that's the end of that. When I first read that, I was like, how long did it take him to draft this? 10 seconds.
I believe it, because you're so quick with it. You're so good. And I was just like, he hates Santacon. So Naturally, you ended up in Manhattan for Santacon then. You're not even, he doesn't live in New York and he ended up in Manhattan for Santacon.
The irony.
And he didn't know.
Let me tell you, I think there's like some trauma associated with Santacon
Okay,
that I haven't really.
Let's dive deep.
I think that what it is that like, I feel like not a lot of native New Yorkers that like, or people who live in New York actually go to Santacon.
For sure.
Like I feel like it's all people who it's their first year living in New York, and they're like, oh, let's do this, but they don't know that everyone who's like from New York hates Santacon.
Or it's like bridge and tunnel, like you come in for that.
Exactly. And so like it's all like 23-year-old little assholes who you should have seen. You were there in Carlo East last night where oh my god, it was. Anyway, we went to Carlo East, we played some pool, and then we went into
no, but the Santas crept up. We thought we were getting away from them on the Upper East Side, and then they came in and they were like, the guys and girls were I've never seen this. Is this something? Am I old? They were taking one shoe off and trading shoes. So like a guy had one high heel and his sneaker on, and then like a big Santa hat, and like what I don't.
But it's like why? Like you're reminding me of like freshmen and like college, like you know when you're an upperclassman and you go to a frat party and then like the freshmen show up and they're being so loud and annoying and like they're being so pick me energy is the perfect way
if you participate in Santacon
to describe Santacon. It's all pick me's. That's why I hate it.
There you go.
And we thought we were being savvy by going to the Upper East Side. Santas won't catch us here. And they did.
Did you find any Santas in the Met while you were there?
No.
Oh, thank God.
But a lot of places were banning Santas.
That's true.
They weren't letting any Santas into Joy Face.
Like they even asked us if we dressed up for Santacon. They're like, did you partake in Santacon today? And we said no. And she's like, okay, then you can come in.
She's like, they're good. Let them in.
Let them in. We like their outfits.
Mr. Purple was banning Santas.
But it's Mr. Purple. So like, I'm banning Mr. Purple.
No, I'm just saying if Mr.
Talk about freshmen. Like when you guys came to visit and you guys like, I want a rooftop. I actually have a funny story about this. Let's dive into it because it was going to be on the Ex Besties podcast, but I'm not putting that shit anywhere. So we went. She had How do I do this? My friend had a guy that she was seeing. I use that word, seeing, whatever. He was in New York and he's from LA, and he was dead set on going to a rooftop bar. And as a native New Yorker, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I mean, yeah, the views are beautiful. And like sometimes the cocktails are great. But he was pouting. This grown man, I mean, I use that word slightly. This grown boy pouting. We're sitting at food. I needed food. So I was like, can we just eat? Because the line to get into one of the first rooftop he picked was like 20 minutes. We stood there and I was like, no, let's just go around the corner and eat. We went to a pasta bar. It's incredible. We're sitting there. He's like, I want to be on a rooftop. And then just wouldn't talk for 3 minutes and just stare off into the distance and be all like pissy. And I'm like, how old are you? Like, it was like very pick me freshman. It was like, get me on a rooftop or I'm not going to be happy, mom.
Someone did a stinky poo-poo in the diaper. That's literally what I said to him if I was there.
He literally wouldn't speak for minutes and just would be like, I want to be on a rooftop. We should have already been on a rooftop. So I think maybe I have some PTSD of, I just don't care.
There are things.
And then, wait, I'm sorry, it gets worse.
Oh, yeah, keep going. I didn't know I thought the story was over.
I thought we were all meeting up in a group. He brings one other friend, so it's a strange, like, double date situation vibe. And I'm sitting across from the friend, and he looks at me in the middle of dinner and goes, you're not giving me enough eye contact. I almost vomited up my truffle fettuccine.
Wait, I just got the chills. Wait.
We're like convulsing.
Not in a good way. Did you see my whole body just shake?
It was just goosebumps. So he said that to me and I was like, is this what I have to look forward to being single? Because what the hell was that? Meanwhile, you also know me. I look people dead in their souls. Like I look at you in the eyes. He's like, you're not giving me enough eye contact. I just look at him and I go, is this man gonna skin me alive and wear me? Like, so we go to the rooftop bar finally to just
appease him.
Trying to placate the fucking annoying, I want to be on a rooftop. So we go and they're like, take our picture. So now I'm taking pictures of these two men. And
the bros.
The bro. It was like, I want to put this online to say like I went to New York and I was cool and I saw a skyline.
They want people to know that they're fun And let
But
me tell
are
you
you
something.
fun?
You're not fun.
You're not fun because you had me sitting there taking pictures, which I love to do, but you somehow made me hate it. So we're then sitting there, and the friend kind of finally got the gist. He's like, okay, I get it. You're not into me, whatever. So he's sitting there, and the man that was pouty about the rooftop takes out his phone and is using Fuji camera. Do you you know how we say like Clubhouse is RIP? Fuji? Who has that app on their phone, please? So he's taking pictures, and he's taking pictures of me and my friends sitting next to each other, and he goes, wow, Layne, that's a bad picture of you. Like, you're good looking in person, but this is a really bad picture of you. I just look at him, I go, did you just say that out loud? Although honestly, I look different in every photo, and sometimes I think I'm better looking in person.
You're like,
so
disclaimer.
Fuck it. It is.
It's true.
I had a
different.
photographer once say I was a chameleon because I literally look different in every photo
That's
she
kind
took.
of interesting.
Interesting. Anyways, sidebar. So I go, and it somehow gets worse. Somehow. And I think I'm like speeding through this. There were even more details that were so minute, but terribly, terribly offensive. But I blocked them out of my head because of, bestie breakup, all that. Yeah. So we're then sitting there, and I have my extra dirty martini. And he goes to show me the picture of me that he said was such a bad photo and knocks my martini all over me. And my shirt is soaked, and my drink that I just bought for $18 on this fucking touristy rooftop bar he had to go to is now on my little crop top. And I'm just like, can you go get me another one? And he was like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, you just spilled a drink all over me. Anyways, he goes and gets another one, and he Venmo requests me for it. I'm like, you just spilled my... I'm just like,
wait,
you're...
Don't start crying. It's okay.
No, I'm just like...
It's in the past, sweetie. It's in the past.
Not crying. I'm just like infuriated. I'm just like, how dumb are you? And then he proceeded to offend the girl that he was I'll tell you that I really can't put on here. It's fuck it. It's so fucked up. You'll get a kick out of it. But anyway, yeah, so that was my first, kind of oh, let's go meet up with a friend and a friend of a friend and whatever. And then I was like, yeah, being single is rough. Mm-hmm. So Mad Reality's where you at? Hook it up.
Way you see how it went back into Mad Realities.
I'm all over the place, but I know what I'm doing.
You have the goal and you have it in mind, and we're gonna do what we have to do.
So back to last night. Now that I went off on 5 different tangents, as I do.
We were talking about that last night. Okay, Carlo East, you had a glass of wine. I had Fiji water.
You were good.
I was at Carlo East.
You're a hydrated queen at
Carlo East is where you go to get hydrated these days. Upper East Side, best water in Manhattan.
I'm dead.
Yeah, and so after that, I really don't know where we went after that. I can't.
There was a lot. We tried walking to multiple places. Yeah, then we went to Moons. We went all the way down.
Okay, McDougal Street. Mac Street, and then we went to karaoke.
Yes, and that was very serendipitous. That wasn't planned, and that was possibly my favorite part of the night.
Really?
Yeah,
that's so cute.
And I was like, I do not want to do karaoke right now. My voice sucks. Let me just half of these, everyone I was with could sing, minus me. If you want to see, go to my YouTube channel to see Evan's rendition of New York, New York.
Oh, no, yeah, I know I can sing, but I'm thinking about our other guests. And
well,
still in...
They could sing better than I could. We'll leave it at that. It's not hard. Now, one thing is I am not good at singing, but that doesn't stop me. I love it. So that was so much fun. Great little spot. Mm-hmm. Didn't have reservation. They still gave us a room.
Of course. It was surprisingly not very crowded in there. I think there were only 2 or 3 rooms in use.
I think when we left, though, there were so many people. That's the other thing. We started our night at 4 p.m. And we thought it was it was already dark. It got dark out at 4:30. So we thought it was 9:30 p.m. and we were there at 5.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense.
Karaokeing drunk at 5.
Who goes to drunken karaoke at 5 p.m.?
Us. That would be us.
Then we went back to Sean's apartment, my bestie Sean.
To pregame a little more.
Pregame a little bit.
Stalk some Spotify. That's my favorite thing to do.
What do you mean?
To go through someone's Spotify, because we were playing music and I was like, you've recently listened to? Ooh, you get to know a lot about a person.
Remind me to go and clear my recent searches on Spotify.
Me following you right now.
And then I called my mom. She was as manipulative as ever.
Stop, she's gonna watch this.
She's gonna find this and she's gonna get me. You know moms, like when you're on a trip and they're like, make sure you call me when you land, and then you forget.
Yes.
And then you don't call them until the second day.
And then they want to slit your throat.
Yeah, she's like pouty on the phone. She's like, you never called me. She's like about to start crying. I'm like, Mom, I'm calling you right now.
That's fine. My mom would be like, I thought you were dead. Blah, blah, blah. I almost called the cops to find you. Yeah, that's
my
how
mom is usually was like that, but menopause. So now she's
like, I don't fucking care about you anymore. Call me though.
The way my parents were so strict with me and my older sister, and now they don't give a shit about like what they about my younger brother and sister.
You alive? Okay, good. You got a pulse still? Okay.
Exactly. Ugh, they have it so good.
I'm a middle child, so you too.
Unite.
Wait, this is why I knew we were gonna be best friends.
Anyway, called my mom, and then we went to Joy
Pivotal
Face.
moment. Joy Face
was so good.
I really, really enjoyed that.
I felt like we were really living.
Not gonna lie, the cocktails were.
I enjoyed mine.
I guess I ordered.
What did you get?
The first one was penicillin, and it was too smoky. That one was good, but then the extra dirty martini was just not it. Like they didn't make it.
Okay. So
properly,
5 stars out of 5 stars. What would you give that?
Just cocktails or the whole place?
Do cocktails and then
cocktails
overall experience.
3.5 because I just ordered wrong probably, so it's my fault.
Okay.
Whole place though, I would say like 4.7 out of 5. It was a good vibe.
Okay. I love that this has turned into like a review of like the best bars in New York City.
We got the Irish pub up East
Carlo
side.
East, and now on to Joy Face. I would say I got the vodka sours at Joy Face are really good.
The decorations at Joy Face.
Oh my god, the vibes!
I wanted to steal those lamps. I was about to put them under my coat.
No, literally in the middle of us like dancing in the middle of the room.
I like stop everybody.
Layne goes, I love the light work in here.
I love the lighting. The light fixtures.
Imagine her drunk out of her mind. She's just like looking around at the light. She's like, the light work in here is really good.
Okay, I want those lamps in my apartment.
You're always in production mode.
But I'm never put together. Like I'm never organized, but I'm always in production mode. But just not organized.
Joy Face, and then we left Joy Face, and what did we do after Joy Face?
We went to Rudy's.
Oh my god, that's right.
And then we tried to go to my favorite late night place that is no longer a late night place. You know what? That's a place I used to go with my
She shall not be named.
And you know what? It's kind of just like nice closure that it's like dunzo. Like, I mean, the place, we were going to go there, and I was like, let's make some new memories. And then it was just like, now we don't stay open late anymore. And I was like, okay.
That's all you needed.
That's all you needed.
And with that, she moved on. And just like that.
I'm dead. I don't know.
Have you seen the new episodes of Sex in the City?
Mm-mm.
Wait, not this turning into an episode of Trash Talk. I'm like...
I love it. Please. I love it. No. And on top of that, I have a secret to divulge.
Oh, God.
I've never watched Sex in the City.
But guess what? I never watched the show either. I just watched the movies.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, because you have family that lives in New York. When you're a native New Yorker, I mean, I'm sure there are people that watch it, but I just didn't care.
Yeah, that's okay.
Or does that say something about me? I don't know.
I think I like Sex in the City because she's a writer and I'm a writer. So,
but I want to live like that.
I hate and the thing is, like, when it comes to Sex in the City and like shows like Gossip Girl, like I know that these shows are so fake, so phony and like so far fetched. But not everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Like people who are not from New York,
they eat it up. Well, that's like. Speaking of like, little details, have you ever watched Shameless?
No.
So it's basically like they're a very poverty-stricken family, like super, super poor. But in the show, she's wearing Free People all the time. Like I recognize the clothes. I'm like, who did this?
Yeah.
Who bought her $150 crop top for? Yeah. What?
It's like
that pissed me off, but no one would notice that other than a shopping addict. So.
Well. I guess it's just our production mode speaking that we would never make a mistake like that. Amateurs.
That costume director needs to be fired.
I mean, whoever had teenagers running around in the back of limos doing coke in New York City, like, come on.
That's actually
Is that real? Yes. Hello,
I can.
Upper East Siders.
That's another thing. I've never done that either. Is that funny?
Never done coke in the back of a limo?
Just never done coke.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no comment on this.
No, for sure. Plead the fifth. I mean, I am sending this episode to your mother. It's just funny because
They did
they
that.
did that. Maybe they weren't like sophomores in high school, but yeah. What is it? What have we become?
The way we both just like look down in shame. We're like,
Am I gonna be able to leave all this in the episode?
Dang, Layne, now I'm kind of bummed.
Why?
Teens doing coke. Let's chat about it. Kids, say no to drugs. Just say no.
Dare.
Drugs are really expensive. Drugs are really exciting. So now what?
I'm gonna have to.
I guess this is the end of the podcast.
I'm gonna have to cut that out. I didn't mean to.
Dang.
Well, it is your last day in New York.
Yes.
So we don't even need to talk about that.
It's the last day in New York.
Oh no, wait! I have a segment that I haven't done the podcast in so long. I forgot my own goddamn segments. Me like immediately thinking like, should I leave all of this in? But also, why not? Right? Answer just what first comes to mind.
Okay.
New York City or LA?
New York City.
Rapid fire round. That's what I said.
Okay.
Sweet or salty?
Salty.
Winter, summer,
Winter.
spring, fall.
Fall.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Dogs, cats.
Dogs.
Travel or vacation?
Travel.
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Obviously. Morning or night?
Night.
A night that turns into the morning. Pancakes, waffles.
Waffles.
Vanilla, chocolate.
Layne.
Right?
Asking the hard questions. I'm going to say I'm a Choco boy.
Book or movie?
This is hard because I'm an ex-librarian and also a film expert. Oh, God. Movie.
Comedy or horror?
Layne, these are hard.
I think you're the only person that like genuinely put thought into it, and I love it.
Wait, now I have anxiety. I'm like second guessing myself.
You're like, wait, but I like both.
What if I get a bad grade on this test?
Yeah, what if someone listening is like, I don't want to date Evan anymore because he likes chocolate more than vanilla?
Okay, you took it too far. Okay. Comedy.
Straight hair or curly hair? I know that one was
The straight hair babe.
Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
Play sports or watch sports?
Watch sports. Clearly.
Leather or lace?
Leather.
Snapchat or Instagram?
Instagram.
So you could tell that when I did this, there was no other like app. Pasta or pizza?
Pasta.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Breakfast for dinner is the only correct answer, and you failed.
Oh.
Rocket Power or Rugrats?
Rugrats.
And then these kind of gets to Black Mirror or Stranger Things?
Oh, Black Mirror.
HBO or Netflix?
HBO.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I see that.
HBO has so many good
Okay, you're
shows.
right.
Netflix,
And, like,
it's always hit or miss.
Yeah. Cake or ice cream cake?
Ice cream cake.
Overdressed or underdressed?
Overdressed always.
City or suburb?
City.
Duh. Okay. That's it.
Oh my God, I love it. That was so fun.
Well,
you should edit it. You should edit in like crowd applause at the end of that one.
Look at you giving me more editing work. As if I didn't fumble this podcast enough. I am going to be piecemealing this episode together. I don't even know if I can leave some of the stuff in. But also, who cares?
Yeah, use your best judgment.
I got terrible judgment. How do you
You're
think
like,
I end
not
up in
good
this
advice.
situation?
Not good advice, Ed.
Guys, don't listen to me. So, like, I can only imagine if we weren't diabolically hungover and under, rested, this would have been a coherent episode. But when you're back in New York for July, I always say July when I mean January. Jesus. When you're back, we should do another recap and we can, talk about all of the new and upcoming things with Mad Realities as the premiere and launch gets closer.
I would love to do that.
Yay.
And I can't wait to see you again.
I know.
Really
we're hanging out all day
leave.
today, so don't worry.
Yeah, so you guys can follow me along at Evan J. Santiago on Instagram and Twitter, and Mad Realities on Twitter, and mad.realities on Instagram.
And I have to thank you for your dramatized reading of fuck Santacon, because that will live in my brain
The
rent free.
official title of that monologue. Fuck Santacon.
That lives in my brain rent free for the rest of my life.
I'm sure there will be many more rants to come in the new year.
Love it.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
I love you. Thank you for coming on, and I can't wait to have you back. I'm happy. I'm so grateful that All Over the Place is back. I really have missed podcasting, and I couldn't have asked for a better guest for the first episode of the 4th season. As always, let me know what you guys think on Instagram. All over the I don't remember the Instagram for the podcast. Wow. It's been that long. Let me know who you want to see next on the podcast, and I will see you next Monday.
Cue outro music. Oh, that was so fun.